Constitution is the lengthened shadow of one man. Well, when the Raiders stand in the sun, you can look on the field and see the silhouette of our first milestone man, Al Davis. During his Hall of Fame career, Al Davis has served as a scout, a coach, an owner, and a commissioner. He's a natural leader who pursued and achieved his dream. A dream that, oddly enough, was inspired by two baseball teams.
I had the inspiration of two great organizations when I was growing up, the New York Yankees at that time and the Brooklyn Dodgers. We had come from Massachusetts when I was very young to Brooklyn, where I was brought up, and the Yankees to me personified the size of the players, power, the home run, and intimidation and fear. They were very important characteristics to me of what I thought a great organization and a great team should have. The Dodgers were totally different in my mind. They represented speed and the ability to take chances and pioneer in professional sports. And I always thought that someone intelligent could take all the qualities, the great qualities of both, and put them together and use them. I had certain philosophies of my own, and that was, number one, what I call the vertical game. We were going to stretch the field vertically. When we came out of the huddle, we weren't looking for first downs. We didn't want to move the chains. We wanted touchdowns. We wanted the big play, the quick strike. And it's number one to say you want to do that. It's number two to say that you have the players to do it, but it's number three to do it. To do it on first down of any football game for that defense that you're playing against. For those cornerbacks who play out there on the corners, to know that the Raiders are coming at you. They're coming at you on top, and they've got the speed to do it, and they will do it. That was Raider football. Well, the defensive theory evolved early on in the 60s to, number one, pressure. Put pressure on the pocket. Put pressure on the quarterback, diversification of defense, and the utilization of your corners in a bump and run principle. And the idea is to disrupt the offense, disrupt the flow of the offense, disrupt the continuity.
Al's philosophy and the Raiders' philosophy on defense is never to catch, never to read, it's to attack. That's the way we play football. We never let anybody take it to us. We take it to them. We had terrible stats. We had more penalties, but we won.
Al is not only an owner, but he's an owner that knows football, and I think the players respect that in him.
He was always there for the contact practices. Anything that we had our pads on, Al Davis was there, and you never knew where he was. You would see him by the goalpost 1 second, and then the next second you look back to see if you saw a great play you made, and he wasn't there. He was right next to you. And when Al Davis spoke, people listened. Well, see, people don't understand that he knows the game of football, and he has, at one time in his career, coached the offensive line, so he knows all these things. Every aspect of the game of football, as far as technique is concerned, the man studied it, and he knows it.
He's always there when the team comes out and to cheer him and give him a clap or two, and then he's always also there to watch the other team warm up and maybe give them a word or two of encouragement to try to psych them in some way. I mean, this is something that he's been doing for years.
Well, he knows that everybody wants to be on the Raiders, so what he does is he goes over to the other team and he gets their stars. And he just says, hey, how you doing, you know? And he talks to them so nice, and he might even ask them what they're getting paid, you know, just to get them thinking, hey, I'll do better for them. He would always be looking to give us the edge. And then his look and the way he would shake when he looked at you, win, baby, you know, and he'd come after you with them eyes and that face. Man, that used to turn me on, you know, and I loved it.
I remember when his wife was sick, and he would kill me for saying this. But there are two things that are very important to him, and that's his football team and his wife and his family. That was the first time in 16 years I've ever seen him away from the team. His wife lay in the hospital in a coma. He went there. He found the best doctors. He did not move from the bedside until she regained consciousness.
And the first neurologist, who was an excellent neurologist, had said to Al that it does look rather hopeless, rather grim.
I could not leave her lying there and accept that. I just couldn't believe it, as little I knew about medicine. So I was determined to try and dominate that situation, at least from the management of it, procuring all the information I could from all over the world. And of course, I have more means than other people, so I can do these things.
He was determined that his wife was going to get through this terrible episode in her life. He had totally willed it. And I think his will carried over into her in some way.
Thank God, after about 14 days, she awakened. She needed therapy work, she needed memory work, but thank God today she's perfect.
I don't think he's ever thought it was a miracle. I just think that he feels that that you take a situation and you, as he puts it, dominate it. You take it over and you make it happen. You will it to happen.
If I had to describe Al Davis in a way that would please him 50 years from now, if we were looking down and wanted to be remembered in a way that would be meaningful to him, it would be that he dominated his life and all the phases of his life, that he dominated.